Hi there, I'm going to show you how to clean the skin of this model so that she still has nice natural looking skin. Okay, so you can see here that we have a few little moles, freckles, that kind of thing, and we also have some tan lines here where she would want to hold her bikini, and it's a little bit lighter down in here and through here as well. So to begin our cleanup, you can use the blemish tool. Okay, so my brush size is about correct, but you can fix that there. So the blemish tool, basically, this is the spot blemish tool. So you can literally click on the areas. You can also click and drag on the areas to get rid of them, any little spots. But what I find with this tool is it's great for the majority, but if I want to do this spot here, for example, it tends to, oh, sorry, that wasn't the best example. Let's try this one. Okay, so you can see that it brings a little bit of that green into it. All right, so I'm going to undo that. So what I generally prefer is using the clone tool. I'm going to bring the brush down a little bit to about there, and I'm going to make the opacity about 55%. Okay, and then obviously with the clone tool, you need to select the area that you're going to be taking the clone from. So I hold down Alt, and what I generally do is tend to just do some little double feathers across. And this keeps everything just really nice and smooth. In this area, she's a little bit kind of all grainy. So by feathering that across, and I've got some sort of white here. This is her collarbone area, so I'm not going to lighten that. Get this little spot in here. And these little spots. Oops, got that kind of from the wrong area. Now, this lady has a little bit of a double chin. Well, it's not really a double chin, but it looks a little bit like a double chin. So I'm just going to feather that out. A few swipes back and forth. A little bit of grain here. Grain there. A little bit of grain there. Got some freckles in there. And we have a freckle in there. We have a little mole there. So let's get rid of that. A bit of graininess here. And we don't want to smooth it out too much, because when we you can use things like the noise filters, but I just find that they can make the skin look a little bit fake if you go a little bit too hard on it. Yeah, so yeah, I just prefer being very precise because I am a perfectionist. Natural skin is good. Oops, a little bit too hard there. Okay, I really need to clean my screen so I can see what are freckles and what are big dots on my screen. Always helps. A little further there. Too much. And you can see that you know, every couple of freckles I'm redetermining my clone point. So you'll get used to this. Okay, and when you're cleaning, always have a look at the fingernails. I've often had models show up that have very chipped fingernails or really dirty fingernails. Half of them have tips still on them and half of them don't. So just have a look and definitely clean those up if you can see gross fingernails. And you'll get used to, you know, when you want to do a swipe, a feathery swipe, and when it's better to just do a click or a double click. There we go. Lots of sun damage up here. Too much. Okay, there we go. Alright, so now we've tackled all our little freckles and things, so now we need to tackle, we've got light spots here, we've got light spots here, and it's a little bit light there. So I think what we want to do is just address this dark area first. So I'm going to grab my dodge tool, and I want to make sure that the size of my brush is about twice as big as the area I'm wanting to lighten. Okay, so this is like the area I'm going to do here. So it is I'm going to start with doing the shadows. I'm going to have protect tones on, and I'm going to use about exposure 6%. Okay, so just a little swipe across there, double swipe, and then it lightened it a little bit, but I think I need to use the mid-tones instead. So I'm going to go in with mid-tones, lighten that a little bit, lighten just here. Okay, let's zoom out, and that's looking a little bit better. I might actually just concentrate my brush a little bit smaller just to lighten that a little bit and that a little bit, make sure that looks natural. Yeah, alright. Actually, that doesn't look very natural. So we have just a little bit of a spot there. Grab my clone tool again and just feather that out. Okay, that's looking better. So I also just want to darken this bit a little bit. So I'm just going to grab my magic wand. I'm going to keep it contiguous and bump up that to 40. Yeah, that's pretty good. I'm just going to grab my add and just add that bit in. Add that bit in. Alright. So it doesn't matter that this isn't properly selected because I'm just going to be darkening this bit here. So grab my darken tool, burn tool I should say, and I want to darken the highlights. I'm going to untick protect tones. I think that's probably a bit better. Nope, makes her grey, so we need to keep protect tones on. Good, still making her a little bit grey, so I'm going to add a little bit of saturation. So saturate. There we go. Possibly a little bit too much saturation, so I'm going to bring that down to about 10%-ish. There we go. And you can see that actually darkened it a little bit too. I'm going to also saturate these a little bit. Oops, too much. And also do a little darken on them. Burn, I might go mid-tones, I think. Mid-tone. There we go. So you can see that is a lot better. I just can still see up here there is a little bit of a tan line. I'm going to use my clone tool on this just because I feel like that will be the best thing to fix it up. And just here. Zoom out, have a little look. Perfect. Oh, I can see a little spot just there. I'm just going to smooth that. It's looking a little bit light. There we go. Okay, there we go. I can also see it's a little bit dark, weird just there. Let me just go a bit bigger and a lot less opacity. Just a little feather there. Am I making sense? And that just smooths it a little bit more. Smooth. There we go. That looks nice and even. Alrighty. And then obviously we would deep etch all of this background out and then do some sharpening to the image and good to go.